Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonathan. I am a rock and metal vocalist. Today, we're going to be looking at Will Ramos's vocal cover of Hypnosis by Sleep Token. As you guys should already know, I love Sleep Token. If you don't know that, there is a video of me reacting to Fall For Me live by Sleep Token. I'll put that in the cards right over here for you to check out. I love Lorna Shore. I love everything Will Ramos. Like, I watched the Charismatic Voices video with Will Ramos doing the throat camera thing, and that was awesome. And this man just shows even more of his vocal expertise in this vocal cover because he can sing as well, which is awesome. So, without further ado, let's jump right into this one. So as we finish verse 1, and Will Ramos stares deeply into my soul. So as we finish verse 1, I love this song vocally because it is nice, and at least for myself, and I believe for Will, the verses are like nice and squarely right into like our comfortable chest ranges. So I think that it was a great choice for Will Ramos's voice to choose this song in particular. So that was already, just by song choice, good job. I did notice a lot of glottal attacks in this verse. Glottal attacks are a lot of wasted energy during singing. So I would have preferred to hear like a just a soft H, but honestly, with the context of the song, I'm not upset at the heavy glottal attacks. It sort of adds more character and texture and flavor to the vocalization of the song. And because of how little instrumentation we have during these verses, it's you kind of need to like spice up the way that the voice sounds while you're singing a little bit. So I'm not necessarily upset at it here. It's just not the most efficient use of the voice, but it is a stylistic choice that I don't disagree with here. I also noticed, and I liked this, again, I talk about how the voice is a horn and you can make it resonate differently if you open it or close it more. So if you're trying to go for like a higher, beltier, more powerful, more resonant sound with your voice, you want to really drop your jaw, really open it up so that you can really get that sound nice and forward and nice and out. However, with this song, you want it to feel like you're being sang to directly. Like we're kind of like having like a very, very intimate moment during this verse. So I noticed that he didn't really open his mouth up all that much during that verse, which if he's trying to hit those higher range notes, it's really inefficient to do that. However, for this song, I really like it. Like whenever I sing this song, I notice that I don't really like go super wide mouth with it because I'm not trying to talk to somebody who is across an auditorium from me. I'm trying to talk to somebody who is right here, and we have nifty tools called microphones that can help you make that sound resonate out and into places that are not even your like in the general vicinity. So that was awesome. Let's jump into verse 2. So right before we get into this giant buildup, and I know I just cock-blocked you guys again, I'm not sorry. So in verse 2, we noticed a lot of the same things, a lot of those glottal attacks. We noticed a lot of the same, like not having your horn be small and more intimate. One thing that I noticed as I was watching through verse 2 was Will Ramos was moving a lot, like a lot, when he was singing, which I know for myself personally, that helps me to, like, if you can't tell, I'm very jittery and I move a lot when I speak, when I am expressing myself in any sort of context. And what that does for me, I don't know if this is what he had going through his head, but what like bouncing around and like kind of moving to the music does for me is, number one, it helps me to get the song, the whole essence of the song. We're getting into like some weird spirituality stuff here with singing, but like singing is a very intimate process with yourself and with your audience. So it helps you, moving around kind of helps you get the song, not only get the song into your body and like your full body, so you can sing with your full body, because people don't think that singers are athletic, or that that like your instrument is just like, your vocal cords. But no, your instrument is everything from your feet all the way up to the top of your head. The way that you conduct your body when you are singing changes a lot about how your instrument sounds and how your instrument is being used, whether it's healthy or efficient or neither of those two things. And so what moving around for me helps me do is, number one, get, like I keep saying, get that song all the way up into your whole instrument. And number two, it helps me to stay loose and not to tense up and tighten up my body. So if you ever catch me performing, you'll see me like bouncing and swaying and like moving around and really getting into the music, so that I can remain intimate with the song and so that I can stay nice and loose and relaxed in my body and in my instrument. A thing that frustrated me about this, and I don't know whether this was a stylistic choice or not for Will, there is a blue note in the part where he sings, "You know you hypnotize me always." The me is supposed to be, I believe, a half step lower than that. So it's supposed to be like, "You know you hypnotize me always." It's supposed to be, in the original song, it's like that, and Will decided to leave that out for whatever reason. Personally, I didn't like that choice, because I'm super about like weird chord progressions, weird harmonies, weird, not like normal 1-3-5 or 1-4-5-6 type of chord progressions and harmonies and melodies and stuff like that. I like throwing like blue notes in like those like flat fours and stuff like that. And he didn't, and so that made my heart very sad. But if that's my biggest complaint about this song, then about his vocal performance in this song, then who am I to care? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if that's your biggest beef, then you don't really have issues. So let's get into this last little bit of the song. Wow. That final explosive section at the end was awesome for a lot of different reasons. Like I was talking about earlier in the song, how he kept his mouth closed off when he was hitting like those higher notes in the before, like the before, like that, those notes. You notice that he opened his mouth a little bit, especially during the screams. He really like dropped his jaw, really opened his mouth, really allowed his horn to be like a huge, big old sound-making machine horn that he has. So that was really cool. I noticed just like a little bit of tension in some of those higher notes, but I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it sounded great either way. So overall, the things that you as the listener can take home from this is, like I keep trying to say in pretty much all of my videos, your voice is a horn. Your mouth is the part that like is the bell of the horn, the big old opening at the end of the horn that is where the sound comes out of. And then the rest of your like your into your throat and your larynx and all your diaphragmatic muscles and such, all of that stuff is just the tubing, and you use your air to create the horn. And if you want your horn to sound more intimate, more close, more personable, you want to keep your horn closed off. But if you're trying to talk to the guy who's down the hallway and in the other state, you want to really open up your horn and allow the air and your voice to be projected out forward. In conclusion, Will Ramos is awesome. Yeah, in conclusion, Will Ramos is awesome. So, if you want to see another one of my vocal analysis, vocal reaction videos, that'll be right here. If you'd like to see, I think all of them. I think I have all those put into If you want to see a playlist of a bunch of my other reaction videos, because I haven't updated it because I'm kind of lazy, that'll be right here. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel and watch future videos, that'll be right above my head. If you want to see the Sleep Token Fall For Me vocal analysis, vocal reaction that I have, that will be in the card. It'll also be in the description down below if you like to keep watching. And if you like what I had to say, please subscribe. And that's it, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.